Okay, this is the third story. I should have shut off this right. It's a little distracted. Wrong controller as well, that's PS4. So how have you guys been? We only got about 3 stories left. 4 if you guys want to help me finish the details on the last one. Oh, amigas, yeah. I can't even talk funny like that. Yeah, I guess tonight I'll show you those extra scenes I was talking about, the very last story. I just didn't want to make the last video way too long, and it turns out that even with my initiative not to make it super long, it was still about a half hour. I guess I talk too much. I don't know, the auto skip function, that's what I like right now. I'll just press start from now on. Yeah, I guess you can count this as a shake it up storyline. I mean, it's really called shaking things up and everything. It's not like I can Disney-fy it too much. I mean, it's still a restaurant game. Okay, guys, I plan on showing you like behind the scenes, like most, if not all, the stuff in this game. I really do hope you get back to me and let me know if you want that last story made. Because I mean, I'll get to stay on this longer. I'll get to actually make a story that I didn't make years ago. That's already started. I mean, it's all fun. Like, I'll show you all the old tag teams. I'll show you how everything worked. I'll try to show you every single alternate tire, all that jazz. I can't promise you it's gonna look pretty. This is PS3 compared to PS4. But you know, sometimes it's good to dumb things down and look and play the less prettier game, especially when low key it's got some of the better features than the new game. The new game will always win with style and graphics, I suppose. What do you guys think of me integrating some Pokemon stuff within the Disney and Friends game? As I guess I'm officially calling this. I think it's interesting. I'm not sure my Pokemon TCG crossover thing is working out too well. I'm not doing the best at Photoshop like art. But you can let me know if you like it. I think I did good at some, like Bella Thorns, for example. I mean, it's experimenting. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. This storyline is pretty slow compared to the rest of them, but It's not a villain and heroes type storyline, so it's bound to be that way. What the heck? How would you guys feel if I started making this weekly content polls? Like, for example, do you want to see the Zapped outfit for Zendaya to return? Or maybe you want me to bring back the protection program outfits and such. Of course, if you want an outfit, you're gonna lose some outfits. Until they put where you could have 4 different outfits like in this game, because in the new game I told you there's only a 2 outfit limit. It's one reason why so many outfits are lost and nerfed. But just let me know which ones you might want to see return. Might look better with the enhanced graphics, you never know. I mean, in my personal opinion, people like Becky G... maybe a bit of Selena. I mean, they still look good back then, but honestly, everyone looks better in the new game pretty much. Let's just enjoy a week of past memories. Even if this isn't so much of a memory for you, it definitely is for me. Summer of 2015. A little after Descendants was made, this game was like fully finished. Well, technically the game was never finished, but that's when the game was done being developed, a little after summer. And it wasn't as rushed as I make it seems. I was just on the game like what seemed to be 6-8 hours at a time. Sometimes I wish I can have more stuff to keep me busy. And lately there has. That's hard when you got no Narcardo. Speaking of the summer of 2015, that's when Descendants came around for the very first time ever. That's when we got Team Beats 2. That's when we got Best Friends Whenever. Ironically though, only a year later was the last time I made a big deal about Team Beats. Didn't make a big deal about it in 17, and I probably still won't. I don't hate the series, I don't dislike it, it's just... less motivation. Because the story designer and all that other cliche stuff I already said. I mean, no offense. Any suggestions for any people I can add? I need like 14 for 17. I would consider any past, present, or even potentially future people if you know that there's someone good coming to the company. Of course, I will consider Radio Disney as well. If not, that's okay. I'll try to think of some. I might be looking more in the retro section because it's been mainly new people, and I wouldn't mind introducing some new, older people actually. I mean, they'd be new in a sense because I'm thinking of people that were never in the game at all. So they're still new as far as the game is concerned. I'm not even sure I made some of these typos. Funny thing I mentioned in the past. You know, Christina, I hope you are listening. You know how you said you wanted High School Musical in this game, and I said you're never gonna get it? Well, last year Richard actually put it on like Netflix, and we kind of enjoyed it. Plus, we already got Ashley Tisdale and Vanessa Hudgens in the game. How would you feel about having High School Musical as a real thing before the next game is here? Never thought I would actually admit and ask that question, did you, girls? I'm full of surprises, though. I've always wanted to shake things up, Pun half intended, of course, because Shake It Up has always been a thing on this game. Haha. Now let me get with you guys. Do you think having Kira in the game, not having Kira in the game, rather, is a problem now that I got Vanessa Morano in there? Or do you think we should have both her friend from the show and her actual sister in the game as well? Because adding one character back is not a big deal. Like, I don't mind it. And it would create more confusion with the character War Milano, but I think you guys kind of like that. You like trying to mix Team Beach and Lost in an Alley for an interesting story, but it's never been a true reality. Having a sister would be even more confusing, and that could add to the hilarity of it. Like I said, if you want Careside Criminals, just let me know. What else can I talk about? Yes, there is something to talk about. I'm probably going to buff War Milano a little bit, so she's more on par with her sister. Let me know if you think there's someone else I should buff a bit. Again, don't say Dove, because she's going to get that buff next year, don't you worry. Or should I say this year. This whole storyline is eccentric. I'm not really going to say weird, I mean. My other two are weirder. I'm sorry, I had a little technical difficulties there. I don't think I got much to talk about anymore right now. I mean, you guys had a great Christmas? Do you think you're gonna have a good Easter? Maybe a good summer? I guess I'll explain why it's always Becky G on the podium and all that jazz. The story is Becky G's the boss of the Disney and Friends. Selena Gomez is second in command, and then it's Demi, then it's Cheroyd, and then it's Sophia. Like, that's how I got it. They're the bosses of the Disney and Friends restaurant, I suppose. Nothing is wrong with like a challenge mode where you're taking a break from all the rivalry aspects of the story. Like there's nothing wrong with a chill rivalry where you can just talk and have fun. Right, though, this is kind of boring to record for cutscenes. This is a storyline that you're about to just record the matches, because there's like nothing that goes on besides the matches. Like there's no attacking or anything like going on behind the scenes. Anything, this story was just a good way for me to talk and maybe vent some frustrations out there. I promise that the next storylines will have more going on. But the story really isn't that bad. It's just, it's one you want to play and not simulate the cutscenes, because that's very boring. Well, as long as I recorded the cutscene the right way, and I got the text, at least I remember how wacky the challenges for the storyline was, and I want to highlight the story, remember the old game for what it was, so good good on me, but it cut out. Yeah, this is like really unfinished. I mean, I was going for real uniqueness here. But you can see that's a Goonfur from Shake It Up, and there's Maddie and Diggy right there. Maybe this story could have been something if I finished it. To be fair, I had the story mostly done, but the game froze on me before I could save the cutscene, so remember kids, if you ever do story designer mode on the old PS3, save after every cutscene that you make. After any change period, pretty much. Oh, what is this here? Yep, it's the triple team. To be fair, I did have this whole storyline just about finished. It was probably going to go differently than what it would be now if we finished it today, but you gotta save after every single change you do, because this game has a big freezing problem. That's right, kids. Learn from my mistake. I think this is actually the last scene here. Which smooths something, because it's not even far into the story. Earn your spot. You'll get there, dude. Storyline was called Earning Your Spot.